Live from KSAT 12, the 6 o'clock news starts right now.
I pray for, civilians on both sides. Civilian casualties, their lives are valued just as much.
Right now, Jewish communities across the U.S. and right here at home are showing their support for Israel following the attacks by Hamas over the weekend.
A solidarity gathering is starting in just a few minutes over at Temple Beth El, San Antonio. Our Patty Santos is there live for it now. Patty?
Yeah, people started arriving here since before 5:30. There's over 150 people inside. Take a look. This is a live picture inside Temple Beth El. Here's what we know. We know the mayor and the judge are set to speak. This will be followed by a prayer. There's also a children's choir. People that I've spoken with tell me they're here for solidarity with the people of Israel. And also some people who say they're not Jewish themselves, but they simply wanted to support their friends and their neighbors through this difficult time. We know this gathering will take less than an hour. There's also going to be a specific prayer for those who have died during this conflict. We're going to have a full wrap up of this gathering tonight on the Night Beat. We'll send it back to you.
A lot of people coming together there. Thank you, Patty. We are continuing to follow the ever-changing situation in Israel. The State Department confirms that at least 11 U.S. citizens have been killed in this conflict between Israel and Hamas.
Now, Israeli military officials say they're conducting widespread strikes against Hamas targets. Israeli forces say around 800 Hamas-related sites have been hit so far, including a Gaza refugee camp.
Many civilians, including Americans, have been taken hostage by Hamas since Saturday's attacks.
I beg you, all the institutions of the world that help kidnap civilians.
Hamas releasing a statement today saying if Israel strikes Gaza without broadcasting its usual warnings, militants will start executing hostages.
Meantime, here in Texas, Governor Greg Abbott responding to the attack on Israel by signing an executive order prohibiting state agencies from purchasing products produced or exported in the Gaza Strip. In the order, the governor writes, quote, Texas fully supports Israel's right to defend itself against these terrorists, end quote. The governor also announced $4 million to secure Jewish schools, synagogues, and organizations across the state.
And in Washington, the United States is already promising additional support for Israel. President Joe Biden and a group of lawmakers vowing to provide aid to Israel amid the conflict with Hamas. Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin announcing the U.S. is sending several warships to the region, as well as a number of fighter jets. Some lawmakers criticizing the Biden administration, though, saying the $6 billion deal with Iran recently to free American prisoners helped Iran pay for the attack. Iran has denied they were involved in the attack.
Other news we're following this evening, a woman in her 80s is in the hospital right now after her house caught fire this afternoon. Now the San Antonio Fire Department is trying to figure out what caused it. They tell us neighbors called 911 around 4 o'clock today to report the fire on Walhalla Avenue. That's on the south side. Once fire crews got there, they made their way in. They say the fire likely started in the kitchen, but that's not where the woman was found.
The guys knocked it out pretty quick and found the lady in her bedroom beside her bed. She was unconscious at this time, and we were taking her to the hospital.
The home did not have smoke detectors. No one else was inside at the time. We're told the woman is likely being treated for smoke inhalation. Tonight, San Antonio police are investigating after the body of a man was found floating in a creek at Woodlawn Lake. That body was found sometime around 11 a.m. yesterday in the 2300 block of Craig Place. Officers say they couldn't see any signs of trauma due to the condition of the body. The name of the person found has not been released.
San Antonio police also investigating a shooting over at an apartment complex. That shooting happened sometime around midnight in the 2100 block of Thousand Oaks. That's not far from Highway 281. Officers say a man was shot in the neck following an argument with someone in the parking lot there. The victim was taken to University Hospital. At last check, we're told that person in critical condition. No information on the suspect has been released.
The third special session of the Texas legislature began under a cloud of animosity today. This morning, the House Speaker called out the lieutenant governor for accepting money from a group he says is linked to a white supremacist. As Rudy Koski reports, the lieutenant governor responded by calling for the speaker to resign for making that accusation.
The third special session of the Texas legislature started Monday afternoon with a lot of political drama already underway. Lawmakers in both chambers briefly set aside their differences with a show of unity for Israel.
This really is their 9/11 moment, and you think about proportionally how bad this hit is. It's just absolutely ungodly what's occurred.
The resolutions came after concerns were raised that anti-Semitic views may be inserted into coming political debate. Over the weekend, the Texas Tribune reporting leaders of a group called Defend Texas Liberty PAC met with white supremacist Nick Fuentes in Fort Worth. House Speaker Dade Phelan, in a social media post, condemned that meeting. He also challenged any lawmaker who got a donation from the PAC, including Lieutenant Governor Dan Patrick, to give it back or donate it. The PAC issued a brief statement on social media Monday afternoon rejecting the connection to Fuentes, but not the meeting. Meanwhile, the call-out angered the lieutenant governor, who demanded the resignation of Speaker Phelan. In a statement, Patrick said, "The speaker has now absolutely hit rock bottom. His latest political stunt is disgusting, despicable, and disingenuous." Phelan shrugged off Patrick's response.
I'm here to discuss real policy, not fantasy land, calling people to resign. I didn't take $3 million from a PAC that associates themselves with Nazis and Nazi sympathizers. That's not my problem. That's someone else's problem.
The clash between the two Republican leaders comes as House Democrats stand unified against item 1 in the special session, school vouchers. Governor Greg Abbott Monday continued to promote the idea on his social media accounts, while Democrats called it a sham. But with a bitter fight looming, I asked caucus chairman Trey Martinez-Fisher if he's concerned that members of a pro-voucher group were allegedly meeting with an alleged Nazi sympathizer.
Shame on anyone who would spend the holy day convening and consorting with individuals that share and harbor those views. They have no place in Fort Worth, and they have no place in Texas.
More now on the fight over those vouchers. Several Republican-led states have passed versions of school vouchers. Earlier this year, Oklahoma became one of them. The voucher program gives parents the choice to use taxpayer money to pay for their child's private education. In Oklahoma, parents are given a $7,500 tax credit per student. Texas's proposal is a bit different.
Texas's bill is much more in line with the other states, sort of a classic voucher program with some additional add-ons.
Governor Abbott says if school choice doesn't get passed during this special session, there will be another. If that doesn't work, Abbott says voters will decide the issue.
Sticking with state politics, Attorney General Ken Paxton plans to file criminal complaints against the Texas House impeachment managers. Paxton says he is filing the complaints against the group for releasing his personal information. He also says the 12 House representatives violated a new state law that prohibits posting someone's personal information. Paxton plans to file the criminal complaints in the 8 counties represented by the impeachment managers.
Now to Arlington, where a pilot is telling his story after narrowly averting disaster when he had to make an emergency landing last week. That crash happened last Monday. The 26-year-old pilot had just got his pilot license in May. He was flying above Arlington. You see his plane there. It was hit with a possible mechanical failure. Luckily, though, he made the right choice by landing in an empty lot next to a warehouse.
I realized that I was not going to be able to make it, so I declared an emergency. I saw nothing but buildings, nothing but traffic, residential buildings, and that definitely did scare me, did make me worry. I had to find the best place to land, and I had to do it with minimal damage and without hurting anyone on the ground. That was my focus at that moment.
Not a safe landing, but one he could walk away from. No one hurt in the crash. The FAA now investigating the possible mechanical failure in his plane.
Look outside with live cam this evening. A nice, crisp way to start the week, Adam. It just feels so wonderful out there with these cooler temperatures.
It does, and it hit us over the weekend, and I think we'll be just as fortunate next weekend. I'm liking the timing of our next cold front. Today, 82 degrees for the high temperature. That's after we had highs of 78 both Saturday and Sunday. Notice the average, 85. We'll be swinging above and below that in the days ahead. By and large, we were in the 80s today. 82 Uvalde, 82 Gonzales. Cotulla 83, but some upper 70s, including Rock Springs and even Fredericksburg. 79 for the high temperatures in parts of the hill country. As we go through this evening, some changes starting to settle in, increasing humidity. The clouds are already moving in. That's going to set the stage for better rain chances for parts of tomorrow, some dampness on the way, and then that next cold front to talk about in just a bit. And that cold front hits on Friday, so you see temperatures rising through the middle of the week. 73 tomorrow, but near 90 on Thursday, falling off again for the upcoming weekend. More importantly, let's talk about how much rain we'll get in a few minutes.
All right, thanks, Adam. Let's take a look at traffic out there right now. We're going to take you to the camera, I-10 at Woodstone. You can see the flashing lights off in the distance there. Looks like possibly two of those hero vehicles. You can see a white vehicle there on the far lane. Looks like it's off to the side of the road. Definitely slowing things down in the main lanes of I-10 here.
Today, people had the chance to help the community by donating blood and also got some free Spurs tickets in the process. This morning at the Frost Bank Center, the South Texas Blood and Tissue Center and the Spurs teamed up to host a blood drive. The first 400 people to donate got a pair of free tickets to a Spurs game. Officials with the Blood and Tissue Center say it's important to donate to help hospitals all throughout our area.
We need the people because we need to collect 600 units a day to adequately supply the over 100 hospitals and clinics that we serve here in South Texas, and that's 48 counties. So it's not just helping here in Bexar County, but throughout South Texas that you're helping.
And the blood type most needed right now is O and O negative. To learn more about donating blood and to find out where you can donate, just go to southtexasblood.org.
It's so easy.
It is.
An easy way to get some Spurs tickets, too. Still ahead here on the news at 6. Right now, clinical trials are going on for a new way for kids to take insulin. How inhalable insulin works and how you can take part in that study. Next.
Halloween is a time for kids to dress up and have fun trick-or-treating, but that's not the case for everyone. How a local group is working to make sure young patients have a fun Halloween and how you can help them out. This and more coming up tonight on The Night Beat. All right, it's common knowledge that diabetics receive their insulin through injections or pumps. But many people don't know of a new option, and that is inhalable insulin. It's been approved for adults, but not yet for kids.
Courtney Friedman tells us about a clinical trial right here in San Antonio that local families can take part in to help improve the quality of life for kids across the country.
A daunting part of a diabetes diagnosis are the constant insulin injections. But a couple years ago, this insulin inhaler device was approved for adults 18 and up.
They like the lack of injection. They like the rapidity. They like the ability to correct their dose. If it's still high, they can take another dose without having hypoglycemia.
Dr. Mark Kipnis is the director of research at DGD Clinic in San Antonio, currently doing a clinical study on the inhaler's success in children with both type 1 and 2 diabetes.
One of its major advantages is how quickly it works.
Injected insulin takes about 30 minutes to take effect and peaks in an hour or two.
Inhaled insulin starts to work in about 12 minutes and depending on the dose, peaks in 35 to 45 minutes.
It's only a meal insulin, meaning diabetics still need to take a long-acting injection each day, but it would be a game changer for kids who constantly have to pause their school day and activities for injections.
This inhaler is used for 2 weeks.
Clinical trial leader Terry Ryan gave us a demonstration.
We just pop the cartridge out of the foil packet. We have an inhaler device that we open, and then the inhaled cartridge goes in. We're going to take a nice slow deep breath, tilting the cartridge down slightly. And we're finished.
Now, this place is a one-stop shop. There is a pediatric clinic as well as the research lab. So once these kids sign up for the study, it takes about a year before they're done.
2 parts, each 6 months long.
It's 26 weeks of one-to-one, either inhaled or injections, and then the last 26 weeks, everybody will be on inhaled.
Kipnis proud that local kids could help make this inhaler available to families across the country. Courtney Friedman, KSAT 12 News.
And the team is actively recruiting for study participants right now. If you're interested in having your child take part, you can call 210-615-5549 or visit dgdclinic.com.
Weather is absolutely gorgeous. Gave me an opportunity to give my air conditioner a couple days off. I slept with the windows open last night. It was great till 5:30 this morning when the dogs started barking outside. Instantly regretted that.
I'd say it's still worth it, maybe.
Yeah, good night.
Had to feel good.
Yeah, it was nice to kind of open the house up and let the refreshing air in. And it was a good weekend, good day today. We actually had a morning low temperature down in the mid-50s on Sunday. So that was a welcome change. We're going to be headed in the different direction soon this week, but it's going to be brief as another cold front's going to reset our weather a bit. Take a look at our rain chances. Let's get right to that. Tomorrow, we've bumped them up to 60%, especially tomorrow afternoon through tomorrow night. Now, that doesn't mean we're going to have a lot of accumulation, however. I think it's going to be more dampness than real accumulating rain. Nonetheless, better than nothing. And some rain gauges could see a little over half an inch. Then Wednesday morning, we'll see that start to taper off, and Wednesday afternoon, some partial clearing. So here's the big picture. Notice these clouds over Mexico. They're starting to push our way. They're starting to fill in our sky aloft, and that's some Pacific moisture up above us that's going to be moving overhead. That's going to combine with Gulf moisture that's going to be increasing here at the ground from the southeasterly wind and really help saturate our atmosphere tomorrow. Here's our future cast, and I like how it shows the rain or light rain becoming a little more widespread by the afternoon. Mainly a cloudy morning, a stray shower. By the afternoon hours, that's when we're expecting most of the light to moderate rain start to develop and move across parts of south and central Texas. I do think this futurecast overdoes it a little bit with some of the intensities of these showers off to the west. Nonetheless, still just the coverage of the rain, probably about 60% of our area at any given time during the afternoon tomorrow. And even if you're not getting the active light rain, I'm anticipating some drizzle in between. That's why I say overall dampness tomorrow. But you see, we're not talking any thunderstorms. We're not talking any lightning, just some rain. And overall accumulations generally on the low end, maybe a quarter to half an inch around San Antonio, some slightly higher amounts far to the south and along the Gulf coastline. But we're not talking some bullseyes of a few inches like we do when we have thunderstorms. This is a different situation, just more of that continuous dampness with some embedded rain, especially tomorrow afternoon and evening. 78 degrees right now, a nice mixture of clouds in the sky, good layered clouds. You know I love layered clouds. It's nice to have them. Anyway, it's good to see that out there. That's the moisture increasing aloft from the Pacific. Dew point of 56, felt great today. Low humidity, low mugginess. That's going to start to change. Still beautiful out there right now, but through the evening, and especially through the night, the higher humidity from the Gulf Coast, that's going to be creeping its way into town, and you'll notice that mugginess tomorrow all the way through Friday morning. Then the Friday cold front sweeps it away. So dew points well into the 60s, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, even Friday morning. Then the cold front sweeps away that humidity just in time for Friday afternoon and the weekend. Yet again. So it's good timing for that cold front and comfortable, refreshing air. Another taste of fall on the way. Finally. Temperatures right now. Bulverde 78 along with Rio Medina. Bernie Stage Airfield 73. Converse 79. Pleasanton's 81. For the most part, we're right around 80, give or take. Tonight, temperatures just falling into the upper 60s. 68 at 7 a.m., 70 at noon, then 73 by 5 p.m. Not a big temperature change throughout the day tomorrow. And also notice how those rain chances climb upward for the second half of the day, from 20% at 7 a.m. up to 60% by 5 p.m. and remaining there through tomorrow night. Temperatures, though, noticeably different. I mean, low to mid 70s for most of us. 71 Bernie, Lavernia 75, and Elmendorf 73 for the high temperature. Looking ahead, we talked a little bit earlier about the temperature swing back to near 90 on Thursday. Then by Saturday, we're down into the mid 70s, and morning temperatures back to the 50s by Friday morning again. So good timing for that. That's going to last through the weekend.
Thank you, Adam.
All right, Larry, the Spurs preseason tips off very soon.
And from everything that I'm hearing from the OKC area and seeing online, there's a lot of interest in this game tonight because people want to see the preseason debut of Victor Wembanyama. And the Spurs tell us they are embracing it. And in big game coverage, the Reagan Rattlers are getting ready to take on the Johnson Jaguars. It is our big game Friday night coming up.
always says, like, offense is going to come and go. Defense is what's going to win you games and eventually championship. So defense has been the biggest thing we've done this whole week.
Julian Champagnie is repeating what Spurs fans already know, right? Coach Pop is all about defense on preseason game day. Wemby and the Spurs held shoot-around this morning in Oklahoma City ahead of their preseason opener with the Thunder tonight. It's one of 5 warm-up games for the Silver and Black before the regular season begins on October the 25th at home with the Dallas Mavericks. Now, the preseason usually brings some type of hype, but not the kind of attention the Spurs are getting these days. Basketball fans want to see Victor Wembanyama play. That means there's a lot of interest in the Spurs game at OKC tonight.
That's big time. I mean, I think it's just going to go to show, obviously, the Wemby effect and, you know, the fact of how much excitement is in San Antonio. We're all ready for it. We're excited. We all been putting in the work, and we're just ready to show everybody. No, I mean, 100%. I mean, not oblivious to it. The good thing is that all of us are staying grounded. Nobody's feeling too high or too low. I mean, he's the most humble guy, truthfully, so he doesn't let none of it affect him. And at the end of the day, we got to make the game easier for him and this stuff easier for him because he's just now, you know, getting into the league. He's his first time experiencing all this stuff, so we got to help him out.
For second-year forward Julian Champagnie, tonight is another chance for him to learn his teammates and to figure out his role with the Spurs.
Yeah, I think just creating chemistry with the team, finding where I fit in, where I don't fit in, and kind of just gauging that crowd and just seeing how I could insert myself in a rotation.
Spurs and Thunder will play ball tonight at 7 on NBA TV, and you can catch those highlights on the Night Beat. It is time to check in with the Reagan Rattlers before they take on the Johnson Jaguars Friday night in our game of the week. Now, we heard from Johnson at 5, so it's time to chat with the Rattlers ahead of this District 28 6A matchup. Reagan is 6-0 this season, 4-0 in district. They're number 2 in 12's top 12 Class 6A 5A rankings, while Johnson is number 3. They both have the same record, meaning they're both tied for first place. But Friday night, that will all change when one of these schools walks away with a hard-fought win.
For us, our kind of thing is just we got to just focus on ourselves, really. And, you know, we're aware that, you know, they're one of the best teams in San Antonio, and then, you know, we're a pretty good team ourselves. But, you know, it's for us, when we play a team at this caliber, we almost see it like we almost accept the challenge. You know, we want games like this, and we want to be able to face off against some of the best talent in San Antonio and around the area because it gives us a good look to see how good we are.
You know, as Coach Ham says, it's our biggest one because it's our next one. We're not, just because it's Johnson, we're not thinking anything else. It's our next game, so we got to go out there and handle our business.
It's definitely one of the bigger games in San Antonio this week. I'm sure there'll be big games down the road, but every week it's the biggest game of the year just because, you know, both these teams are, you know, undefeated coming into this one, and I'm sure that both communities, you know, are ready to see it, and it'll be a fun Friday night.
That is true. The Johnson Jaguars versus the Reagan Rattlers is our big game this week. It all goes down Friday night, 7:30 at Hero Stadium, and it's one of 15 games we'll have on the schedule for you Friday night.
Another busy Friday night.
Yeah.
Yes, it is.
Thanks, Larry.
Our KSAT Q&A is up next.